Hello and welcome to another episode of Your Business Story. I'm Kristin Spencer and today we are going to talk about your magnet lead. I'm creating my magnet lead live with you using Alex Hormozi's book, which is called $100 Million Offers, which my friend Faith reminded me is expensive for shipping if you're outside the US. So just an FYI, I did say yesterday that it was an affordable price, but if you have to take shipping into consideration, maybe just get the Kindle version, the digital version. So today we're going to start working on step number 3, which is turning the problems of our customer into the solution. And if you watched my last live stream, you'll remember that the first thing we did was identify the dream outcome, which for my clients is they can speak confidently about who they help and what problem they solve. And then we made a list of problems. That's step number 2. Today, all we're going to do is actually copy and paste these problems, and we're going to frame them as solutions. So we're going to say list of solutions. And I've never typed live before on a stream, so if I misspell things, you're going to see the truth about my spelling issues, but I am hyper vigilant about that. So as an editor, I know that I need to check things more than once, and I have copy editors and proofreaders. And if you also are someone who is not the best at spelling, even though you've memorized how to spell so many words, you're in my heart because we're kindred spirits. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually gonna just distinguish that a little bit. Sometimes I come in here and you can organize your files however you want so that you're more efficient. So for me, I like to come in, add bold, add underline. So what we're going to do right now is just take these problems and actually literally turn them into solutions. After that, we're going to figure out how to deliver on these solutions. But first, we need to know what kind of content we're creating, whether that's through video, through written word, PDFs, checklists, whatever. There's all these different ways to deliver, right? Which is something that you learn if you're creating offers. So we will talk about deliverables in the next video because we're going to talk about which deliverables I need to make, and you're going to see me struggle through that in real time because that's what live is like, friends. All right, so the first one is they know what they do, but they can't articulate it when they try to talk about it or write it. So learn how to articulate what you do in just a few minutes by answering, oh, see, did you see the squiggly line of death? By answering several questions. I'm not going to put, I'll just put questions. Well, I'm going to try to do 5 questions, right? 5 questions you already know the answer to. So, and if I'm trying to be really copywriter-ish, I would add a without having to, and then what's the pain point for them? Without having to worry that you won't sound like yourself. Boom, because that's my superpower. All right, so we have our first solution. That wasn't super difficult, right? And if you're having a hard time doing this, literally just watch what I did. I took apart a headline type framework, which I have memorized, which is just what do they want to learn? How are you going to teach them? And what pain point do they want to learn it without? What pain can you take away? All right, let's do the next one. They take too long to say what they do when they try to explain and others lose interest. Okay, so let's say how to explain what you do without others losing interest. Let's add another thing. How to explain what you do in a compelling and authentic way quickly without others losing interest. And I could get more specific, right? Ideally, you want them to be able to do it. So I'm going to say in just 2 minutes, which seems like impossible, but that's what I do on a regular basis. So I know I can teach someone else how to do that. Okay, they aren't confident when they talk about the problem they solve and who they help. So the person they're talking to doesn't believe they can help. Okay, so learn, I'm going to do a power verb here. increase your confidence instantly so that when you share with others what your professional superpower is, they believe you and hire you on the spot. I know you might be like, oh, Kristin, these promises are like so crazy. How are you going to deliver on them? Don't worry, we're going to go through it together. And I actually know I can deliver on all these promises because this is literally what I do on a daily basis. Okay, so the next one is about rejection. And okay, they're afraid of rejection and therefore never offer their services to people who have asked what they do professionally, even if that person shows interest in having them help. And if you watched the last live stream, you saw me talk about how I literally did this like a shop owner was trying to hire me, and I totally blocked them from hiring me because I was freaked out. So this is why I'm addressing it. It's real, and I don't want the people who work with me to have to worry about this. So learn to conquer the fear of rejection so that when you get in front of a potential client, you know exactly what to say to close the sale. I feel like close the sale is not really language I would do to prove that you can help them. That's more of the tone of my business because it's all based on empathy. And you can see like it does make a difference what you say depending on your business voice. I wouldn't be like close the sale because it just doesn't sound like me, and I don't want to work with people who like that's the highlight they came away from, like she'll help me close. I'm not about high pressure sales at all, ever. Okay, the next one. When someone asks what they do, they give a dry answer full of jargon that doesn't have any sort of personal story or human interest built in. Build, I don't want to use learn again. Discover how to build your business story so that you can always give a quick, personal, why did it do that? Did you see that? Oh, it was because I typed the wrong punctuation. Personal, give a quick, give a fast, compelling answer that uses your story to connect you with the other person in a simple and easy to understand way. That removes the jargon because a lot of people love using jargon and it doesn't make you look smart. It just makes you look like someone who doesn't know how to explain things well. So if you're like, I love using all these words, simple always converts better. That's what my mentor, Kristin N says. Okay, let's do the last one and then I gotta hop off. Do you see how fast we're doing this? Like, you can do this too. I know I'm a trained copywriter, but I believe in you. You can absolutely do this for your magnet lead, or you can just hire me to write it for you if you want. No pressure. I will always over deliver because I care about you gaining the momentum you need to eventually hire me if you want. Right? Like maybe that's the way you should model your business too, where you're like, I give value because I know that people who get from me the things I'm giving for free and they grow their business, they're going to remember and come back and hire me when they have the money. So that's something I'm always thinking about. All right. So they don't know how to use past wins. Should be the past wins, but I'm going to delete it anyway, so I'm not going to change it. They don't know how to use past wins of clients to communicate how good they are at what they do. Maybe I didn't need the. Like, this is what happens in an editor's brain, in case you're wondering. All right. So, what do we want? Let's see. I hum a lot too. So if you're a hummer, you're my people. Okay, so we want them. We'll just do a learn, and I can always change it later. Learn how to tell stories based on past wins you've gotten for clients to show your audience, or we could say, or prospects, which is too jargony in my opinion, or like, or dream clients. To show your dream clients. I use dream clients a lot. show dream clients that you can help them to no matter where they are right now, because that's a huge pain point for people. Is they'll be like, I would love to work with you, but I don't think your method can work for me because I'm just not good enough. And you have to be able to counter that, because number one, every person is worthy of love, right? That's something I believe. And number two, they're not going to be able to convince themselves usually without your help, and not everyone has a good support system that will, like, people that will come around and rally around them and cheer them on. So let me just delete this, and I'll eventually change the or prospects or dream clients when they figure that out exactly. And you know what? That's the thing. You can always come back. You don't have to nail it the first time. You don't have to get it 100% right the first time. You can always come back and finagle a little bit, make some edits, make it sound more like you, like crush those pain points even harder, right? Thinking about the person who needs to hear it. It's a process, and I want you to see that, because that's why I'm doing it live in front of you, because I could just like hide in my office without my camera on and do it by myself and then be like, look at this amazing thing I made. But I want you to see, like, it's messy, it's complicated, but that doesn't mean you can't do it. Follow for more of these crazy adventures with me. I'm so glad that you tuned in. Thank you, and I will see you again soon.